Dedicated to making hearing aids more accessible, more affordable. That is MD Hearing. You know, I was so privileged because back in April, I was able to launch this name, this brand, this business, this company on Open House every Monday night. And today it is here as our biggest buy ever. We have never been able to do a hearing aid at this type of price point. We're at $249.99. We've got free shipping and handling. We've got a lot to talk to you about. The almost invisible design fits in the ear canal. We don't have to download any apps. We don't have to press a million buttons. But what we are going to do is talk about absolutely the difference it can make when you are out and about with friends or family, when you're on the phone to a loved one, when you're ordering at that restaurant, being able to hear maybe more easily, being able to get involved more easily and feeling like you're included. We spoke to so many incredible people who said the opposite. I feel excluded. It hurts because as my hearing has gotten worse over time, I don't participate the way I used to. So this is an FDA registered product. It's the best you can buy with a company that is not only famous for their technology, but famous for their customer service, based right here in the United States of America, with 30 audiologists who are on hand standing by to answer your questions. Nobody supports you more. And with over 2 million sold, this is the Neo from MD Hearing. Let's break it down because we are doing an added extra today as well in terms of value. For every order that is placed, not only do you get the Neo, which comes with a charging case, it's $297. We're going to include another $100 charging case. Why? Because we want to make sure that it is charged and ready and raring to go whenever you may need it. I want to introduce you to the lady who has been our voice of reason, actually, over these past few months. Dr. Sandy returns this time to Pennsylvania. And Doctor, it is so wonderful.
So great to see you.
How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. And I'm thrilled to see that this is here as a today's special.
Me too.
Doctor, can we talk first of all about things today are not the way they used to be. Hearing aids used to be thousands.
Hearing aids used to be thousands. They also be really big.
Yeah.
You know, more like our IFBs. You know how large those are
Yeah.
in our ears. They're small now. They're cost effective. They're affordable for everybody.
Now, there's a lot of options though. Why
Yes.
MD Hearing?
Why MD Hearing? Great question.
Okay.
So we have been in business since 2008.
Okay,
So
long
we've
time.
been around a long time. We were founded by an ENT out of Chicago, and he was wondering why his patients weren't getting hearing aids. He started asking questions. So found that they were not accessible.
Okay.
So people had to come back multiple times, 5 visits on average the first year. That's a lot of driving, a lot of time, and they weren't affordable. They simply couldn't afford it. So that's what we were founded off of. So we have the longevity. We've been around a long time. You know, we didn't just pop up overnight. We're going to go somewhere. No, we're all US based, and our customer support is amazing.
Let's talk about that for a second, because I do think whenever we're buying any products, it's nice to have that support mechanism there. But a hearing aid is a truly personal product. And it's something that we're a little worried about. Is it going to work correctly for me? How do I operate it properly? So when we talk about this customer service, do you mean just anybody and everybody that answering questions, or are these professionals?
Heavens, no, these are professionals. Okay. So these are audiologists and licensed hearing aid specialists. They're all US based. You're going to talk to a real live person. You might talk to Debbie, she's down in Florida. You might talk to Kevin, he's in Mississippi, or Jeff out in Colorado, or Kathy in California. Right. You're going to talk to a licensed professional, whether that's an audiologist or hearing instrument specialist. They all have 10+ years of clinic experience before they come working for MD Hearing.
So when I get this home, obviously it comes in this is the charging case, right?
That's a charging case, yes.
So this is charging it whenever I'm not using it?
Once it's plugged in, yes. Right. Yes, exactly.
And then the design of these hearing aids, these go in the ear canal,
they
not
do.
Over the ear.
Not over the ear, they're in the ear. And I actually don't know if you can tell, I'm wearing one.
I did
and
not
I've been
notice that.
wearing one.
Guys, look,
so
Dr. Sandy has one in.
See it? I turn.
Wow.
Look back, then you can see it.
And may I try one in?
You can, yes, okay. Absolutely.
Just because, you know.
Check your ear.
It's very light. Oh, you don't even notice it?
It is very light. No, yeah, you don't even notice it.
Oh my God. Okay, if you're looking to order, I know this is the final presentation of the day, the final presentation that we've got at this amazing value. We're not going to have another today's special on a hearing aid the whole year. We're going to show you some video that really helps to give you an idea of the difference with and without Hearing MD.
Played out in the sandbox and I made a big castle. Then we went inside and had soup for lunch. Chicken noodle is my...
Hi. how are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you excited for vacation?
I am. We're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Where are they?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shedd Aquarium.
I mean, that's remarkable.
It is. And something that I really like about that is that it shows you can still hear when you have hearing loss, but it might be muffled or muddled or sounds like someone's mumbling. And then when you can see when those high frequencies are brought back in, which is what, hearing loss typically is losing those high pitches. When we bring those back in with using a hearing aid, everything becomes crisp and clear and clean.
I think one of the things getting to know Dr. Sandy as I did for the launch was just, it's upsetting how many companies are offering products that are not of the quality that we would want them to be. It's important to really jump and shout from the rooftops that this is FDA registered. There's also a major difference between what some people are offering, which are just amplifiers, and then a hearing aid, correct?
Absolutely. Amplifiers make everything louder, including the background noise, which nobody wants that. Hearing aids are not. So hearing aids have frequency responses. They focus on the speech frequencies, which is what we typically want to hear. So that background noise is reduced rather than amplified.
Key.
Absolutely. Yes.
So one of the things that I would recommend, obviously this is the final presentation. We have around 19 minutes left. Dr. Sandy is leaving on a jet plane. She's going back home.
Yes.
We just want you to try it. If you've been considering hearing aids and you've been looking at different prices and you were worried about spending $1,000 or so, if you let us send this to you, you have 45 days, not even 30 days, you have 45 days with our risk-free trial. We want you to open it and put them in, and we want you to head outside, go to the restaurant, visit friends and family, and experience it for yourself. If you don't think life is night and day better with these, you're gonna send them back and you will get all of your money back. But it's the first and only Today Special we're doing all year long. Noticeable by its absence, Dr. Sandy, is the non-requirement to have an app or Wi-Fi or a million buttons that I have to press.
Absolutely.
Right?
And that was very intentional. So a lot of people don't want to, mess with a phone, mess with an app. Do you have Wi-Fi? Do you not have Wi-Fi? Did you remember to charge your phone? I'm really bad at forgetting to charge my phone. That's what I love about this. It's one button. The one button turns it on, turns it off, and changes your volume for you. It could not be easier.
And that's really important because I think of so many of us, we don't want to mess with it. We also don't want to have to worry about batteries. Right? Having to buy batteries all the time. It's fiddly and it's small.
Well, and they're hard to get out of the package.
Right.
They're very difficult to get out of the package.
No more.
No more.
You can recharge and recharge. And as a buyer today for our Today Special, Dr. Sandy, the amazing team at Hearing MD, they are including an additional charging case. So when you add up the value, and we are very busy in this final presentation, I don't have wait list on this or extended delivery, so I do want to encourage you, if you want to order, I'd start to order in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Just the regular everyday value is $300, and that's a great value. We are down to $249.99. So there's a saving, and then there's another $100 saving because we're including that additional charging case. Why did you include the additional charging case?
Because why not?
That's a good
Honestly,
answer.
Why not? It's great to have an extra charging case. I mean, when I think about other things in my life that I charge, I have more than one cord. So why not have more than one charging case?
Right.
You can keep one by your bedside table. You can keep one in a purse or in the car. Or if you lose one, you have an extra.
That's a great point.
So I lose cords all the time.
And I lose everything all the time, including my mind. So this is a wonderful thing to be able to have. Again, it's $100. They are available to purchase separately. We will include it for every order that's placed. I want to ask Dr. Sandy about what she has heard over the years, because Dr. losing hearing, that progressive situation, it is very emotional.
It's very emotional and it's very gradual, which I think is part of the emotion behind it, because you don't wake up one day and just not hear. Most people don't, at least. It's very gradual. It takes time. On average, it's 7 years between the time someone notices they have a problem and the time they do something about it, because it's been so gradual year over year over year. If we just woke up and couldn't see, or had a pain in our leg, we'd go immediately. Hearing, for some reason, we treat very differently. We wait and we wait and we say, oh, well, it's, so-and-so is mumbling, or if they just speak more clearly, then I would hear them, and putting it off on someone else when really it's us.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
the ones having the problem,
Yeah.
and we're the ones that have to do something about it.
I just think, and again, speaking to so many of you, my Auntie Ella, who I loved so dearly, may God rest her soul, you know, her hearing started to go in the later years, and we used to see Auntie Ella every week, and we'd go for something to eat. But, you know, and I would speak, sorry, just bringing back so many memories there. And also, you know, I know many of you have family members where that's the case. It doesn't always have to be like that when technology like this is so affordable. This isn't, you know, a hearing aid or an amplifier, you know, masquerading as a hearing aid. It's not some wannabe technology. It's FDA registered, and I say that because it's that stamp of credibility that we need. This is a hearing aid, and this does not cost $3,000. Heavens above, it costs under $300. Today, it costs under $250. It's in the ear, it's not over the ear, it's discreet. Heavens, it's almost invisible. Do you know I'm wearing one right now? It's right, can you even see it? I've been wearing one for the past 10 minutes. It's invisible. You don't even notice you're wearing it because it's so lightweight. I don't need to buy batteries for it. It's not an ongoing expense. It's rechargeable. And the amazing quality that MD Hearing have innovated in here is groundbreaking. There can be only one number one, and in the United States of America, it is MD Hearing. I think we have a testimonial that we're going to throw to.
We do, yes.
Okay, so do you want to set this up for us, Doctor?
I'm not sure which one it is, but they're both amazing. So why don't we watch it, and then I'll tell you all about it.
And then we'll comment. Okay.
Perfect.
And as you're listening to this and watching this, start to order yours. This is the final presentation and the final few available.
So far, my experience has been excellent with the hearing aids. They've given me no problems. The charger is great. These are the real deal. They're very good.
I am extremely happy.
And I liked that it was extra small and that it was in ear.
I'm finding it simple to use. I would highly recommend this for anybody.
MD Hearing remotely was outstanding, with outstanding service.
They seem to work. They work. I can hear noises that I couldn't normally hear or sound, and I'm pretty confident.
If someone asked me about purchasing these hearing aids, I would say yes.
Real life?
Real life? Clearly, those are not paid actors.
Real people.
Real people with real cell phone videos. And I love that they were not solicited testimonials. These were testimonials that were sent in response to an email just saying, how you doing?
Right, right.
That's it.
I do want to also, not to put Dr. Sandy like on the spot by talking about her like she's not here, but there is such a joy having a professional. I know many of you agree. This is a lady that spent a lifetime in this business, in this industry, in this career, in this profession. You've always helped people.
That's my job as an audiologist. That's why I became one.
Right.
I wanted to help people. I've been an audiologist for over 20 years.
So in these 20 years, how big is it that this type of technology now exists?
Oh my gosh, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. It's wonderful that, you know, we can bring hearing aids here to HSN. We can bring hearing aids to everyone without needing to be near a clinic, without needing to drive an hour plus to get help. There are, you know, healthcare deserts all over the country, and this prevents that.
We're direct to people's doors.
Direct to the doors, and with free shipping through HSN, which I love.
You can't want more.
I know.
We are down to the final 6 minutes. It is last presentation, last opportunity. As you watch, obviously we can see lots more folks now jumping on in. I just want to reassure you from Dr. Sandy and I that when you get this home, we have extended the return policy. We normally have 30 days to return something. We wanted to make it 45. I want you to live life with these. Dr. Sandy wants you to live life with these. You got to listen. If this does not make a massive impact in your life, I want you to send them back. It's only a small box. It's easy to send back. You will get all your money back. But you should try it. The power of HSN, the size of HSN, with the #1 innovator in America today, MD Hearing, have come together for the lowest price ever seen on any hearing aid. At $400, it's a great value. At under $250, it is a steal. You don't need the doctor's visits. You don't need to go to the clinics. You don't need visits to do the tuning. You don't have to download an app. You don't have to do anything awkward. You put it in your ear, and you are good to go. We'll do another comparison with and without, and again, start to order yours because Dr. Sandy is going home right after this.
Yeah. Played out in the sandbox and I made a big castle. Then we went inside and had soup for lunch. Chicken noodle is mine.
Hi, how are you you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you excited for vacation?
I am. We're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Where are they?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shed Aquarium.
I mean, it's just incredible.
It is. I love that. That shows you can still hear when you have hearing loss, but it takes a lot more effort. There's a lot more strain there. And when the color comes on, you can hear with the hearing aids, and the difference that makes, you get to relax. You don't have to try as hard. You don't have to strain as hard and be as tired at the end of the day.
Because I do think it's isolating, right?
Absolutely.
When you can't hear properly.
Yes. Helen Keller said that not having her sight kept her away from things, but not having her hearing kept her away from people. And that's always resonated with me. I learned that back in college, and I've several years past college, and that's still stuck with me, 20 plus years later.
We want to make sure that you don't feel that way.
No.
And that's why, although it's not a frequent thing that we do Hearing Aid Today specials, it's an important thing. And when we do have it, you got to take advantage of it. It's important to me to convey that this is the best brand in America. These are the folks that have the licensed audiologists on hand. So if you call the customer support number, a professional will answer the call and can guide you through any questions that you may have. So somebody is there to hold your hand. There is a value to that.
There is, absolutely. Right? And you can call us. You can text us. You can email us. You can video chat with us. We even have some people that send us letters.
Really?
Send us a letter. Any way you want to get in touch with us, we want to talk to you and we want to help.
Okay, don't be a stranger with it, truly. I want to make sure you know about FlexPay. FlexPay, our good friends at QVC call it Easy Pay. We call it FlexPay. Whatever you want to call it, it is the best way to pay. We took our lowest price ever, and we split it up into 5 payments, and those 5 payments bring it to $50. So for $50, we're going to send this right out to you right now. We have them in stock. We'll ship it direct to your door. Or if you'd like to send this to somebody in your family, we can do that with our delivery direct. This is the charging case. So, the hearing aid goes in here and it charges up. We're going to send you an additional charging case. It's $100 extra. It's nice to have a second one. Maybe you lose one, maybe you don't. I'd rather have 2 than 1. Free shipping and handling, lowest price, biggest value. Doctor, in our closing minute, any final words of motivation that you can give us?
We're coming up to the 4th of July holiday, coming up to the weekend, and that is one of our busiest times because that's when people realize that that relative they haven't seen, that friend they haven't seen at the picnic, at the barbecue, they're not hearing them. So before you have that frustrating experience, get these now so you have a couple days to get used to them. Then you go to that picnic, you go to that barbecue, you get to see your friends, you get to see your family, and you get to engage with them and hear with them.
They are wonderful words of motivation. The longer we wait, the more we go without.
Absolutely.
Right? It's time to stop the without. We can do this and take advantage of it. Remember, if this was $2,000, we've got a lot to think about. We're at $250. That's something that most folks would say is priceless to be able to give that hearing back. Promise me one thing, even if you don't order these tonight from Dr. Sandy and I, if you're ever looking for hearing aids, look at the fine print. A lot of companies are selling amplifiers. You do not want an amplifier. That is not right. It's wrong. You want a true hearing aid. Dr. Sandy, may I give you a hug?
Of course. Thank you so much.
So good to see you.
Wonderful to see you.
Do I still have it in?
You do, actually.
I better take it out. I'll go home with that. Oh my gosh. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
Stay in the ordering process for yours. If you do want to apply for an HSN card, you